Jaden McDaniels is by no means a top prospect in this year's NBA draft, but he could very well have the highest ceiling of any other player in this year's draft class. So in today's video, we'll be talking about Jaden McDaniels and how good he has the potential to become. Let's get right into it. If you have not already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm uploading almost every single day and your support goes a long way. But anyways, getting right into the video, at the beginning of the college basketball season, Jaden McDaniels was actually the guy who was projected to go top 10 in this year's NBA draft. But unfortunately, due to injuries and then inconsistent play after he came back from injury, Jaden McDaniels' draft stock definitely decreased and he went down in projections. However, despite his injury and the problems that it caused, I still think that Jaden McDaniels deserves to be picked very highly in this year's draft, and I definitely think that he could end up being one of the best players in this year's draft. Personally, he's my favorite prospect just because of the insane potential that he has, but I don't expect him to go in the top 10 because of the injury concerns, and potential is a very uncertain thing, obviously. Obviously, players don't reach their full potential all the time, so I definitely understand why he isn't projected top 10 anymore. But like I said, he's just one of my personal favorites because of the type of superstar potential that he has, in my opinion. So getting into why he is so great, Jaden McDaniels has great size and length for a small forward. He's got that 6'10", 7-foot build, kind of like that KD type of build. He looks like KD did in college. Not saying that he's going to become KD, but he's got that kind of size at the small forward position. For a guy who is 6'10" with a 7-foot plus wingspan, Jaden McDaniels has great athleticism and he moves very well for a guy of that size. When you hear of 6'10" with a 7-foot plus wingspan, you usually think of a big man who is slow, who is uncoordinated, who is just very powerful. That is not the case with Jaden McDaniels at all. He's more of a graceful, very smooth movement type of guy, if that makes sense. He moves very well for someone his size, and I think that his size plus his quickness and speed will be a huge advantage for him at the next level. He also has a very smooth jump shot. He can both catch and shoot off the dribble, and I think that this skill will translate very well to the next level. He's just also an all-around great scorer. Not only can he shoot, he can also get to the basket, and he definitely has an advantage over smaller defenders because, like I said, not many small forwards are 6'10" with the type of wingspan that he has, so that's going to be a great advantage for him too. He has solid handles on offense. They're good, not great, but like I said, his potential is through the roof, and I think that he has a ton of room to improve his handles, and not that they're bad. Like I said, for a guy who is his size, they are actually very good, and I think that's kind of the theme with him. For a guy who is his size, he has skills that a lot of other guys who are 6'10" do not have. And I think that that's why I like him so much as a prospect. Also, his size contributes to great defense, and I think that he has the potential to be an elite defender in the NBA with his size and length. And he was actually a very, very great defender before the injury. But after that, he was a solid defender. But when he came back from his injury, he definitely wasn't as explosive or quick as he was before the injury. And really, this injury is a huge issue with him because, like I said, his draft stock was so high at the beginning of the season for the reasons I have stated. For a guy his size, he just does things that he should not be doing. But after that injury, he definitely looked like an average player. However, I think that the potential is there, and I definitely think that if a team is willing to risk a higher pick on him, they will not be disappointed if they are willing to wait and if he can stay healthy. In my opinion, there are just a few things that Jaden McDaniels needs to improve on to really put himself in a situation to achieve his full potential. The first thing is that he needs to get a bigger body. He has a very small frame, and I think that this is part of the reason that he is an injury risk. In fact, it's definitely a reason that he is an injury risk. He is so skinny. Obviously, he does not have an NBA body yet. And obviously, there have been a lot of prospects, Giannis, KD, all these guys coming out of college or coming into the NBA draft were not NBA ready, or they didn't have NBA ready bodies. So I'm not way concerned about this, but it is definitely something that he will need to do before he really has a true impact on the game. Another thing is that he needs to get more mature, and obviously a lot of players coming out of college need to get more mature, but really his decision making at times was very bad, and he also seemed to get taken out of games pretty easily. You know, if he was doing bad, he kind of gave up or stuff like that. So that is a concern for me personally, but like I said, maturity and also the body thing, the NBA body, both of those come with time. And I think that if a team is willing to overlook the injury risk, because there is an injury risk there, I think if a team is willing to overlook that and work with him to get that NBA body, to get that maturity and NBA experience, I think that he has a ton of potential to become a superstar in this league. Anyways, please leave your thoughts on Jaden McDaniels and where he will land in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what you think his ceiling is, because like I said, I think he has one of the highest ceilings in the draft. Also, if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.